Yo, what is up, everyone? Welcome to the Minecraft Bedrock Edition beta and preview version 1.20.20.20. I'm not even lying to you. We are now in the version 1.20.20.20. Now, this is very good news because that means 1.20.10 is complete and it might be out and available tomorrow. Also, they have updated the official Minecraft preview logo. No time to waste getting into today's experimental features, starting with recipe unlocking. Command line autocomplete has been added for recipe unlocking. Useful when you want to see what recipes you can unlock. We have a bug report. Entering /recipe command doesn't show suggestions. So this is what this person tried here, which was /recipe @sgive. And if you check the image right here, it doesn't show any form of auto-completing options. That was updated today. Now, if you type in /recipe, it'll say give or take. Let's say give. We're going to give it to @s, which is me. It's now going to have the auto-completion options. And if we do this one, for example, and hit enter, it should now give us the unlocked recipe, although it didn't pop up on the top right. Also, the order of commands inputs was changed to be the same as on Java Edition. You'll get a confirmation message when unlocking recipes with a command. It'll inform you if the command worked or not. We have a bug report. /recipe doesn't send a chat output when correct syntax is entered. So this person was using this specific one right here, and it didn't give any form of confirmation or bad output. So if we now do /recipe, and let's say we do take, for example, and we do @s, and we just type in, let's say, oak, for example, the top one, well, we clearly don't have this recipe just yet. If I hit enter, it now tells me if I do or do not have it, and if this works or if it does not work. I clearly do not have this recipe, so it did not work. I would like to try something real quick here. So if we do grab this in survival, right, and then we do this, and we make ourselves one of these real quick, and we just grab down a little bit more of this, I should actually have this recipe now. So if I was to place down this, okay, and then we were to run the same command again, as you can see there. It now tells me we have this command. We can take it away, give it, etc. Notification sound updated on Bedrock. Thanks for the feedback. You told us the Java swoosh sound was better for the unlocking recipe. And you are right. So we changed it. So we just go to survival and grab a couple of these. You'll see here that the swoosh sound has now been added. And yes, I can confirm it most definitely sounds a lot better than the previous one. So, pretty good change. Let's just take this real quick. Yeah, it's way better. I'm so glad they had it, rather than that obnoxious sound that they previously had. The duration of recipe notifications is now calculated based on how many recipes got unlocked. Moving on to features and bug fixes, starting with blocks. Fixed a bug that caused players to not be able to crawl under slabs when standing on top snow. We have a bug report. So they said crawl parity issue. They basically said and showed a video that if you tried to activate this and go underneath top layer of snow, it wasn't possible. It is on Java. But I can confirm today, if you do have top snow, this is the one where you place the layers and you go inside of here, you can actually go underneath this now. I actually really like that. So you could go under a half slab, which again, I think is really impressive. Top snow is now in parity with Java Edition, and each layer has a different height. Moving on to audio. Let's read the changelog with this. So there has been a lot of audio changes, and a lot of these date back to like 2018. Now, rather than me putting them on signs and showing you in game, I wanted to go over all of the bug reports. Players that take thorns damage don't have the thorns sound, reported back in September of 2018. Again, a long time bug. Moving on to the next one. No sound for mining in Anvil in survival mode, the 12th of May, 2018. The next one, missing sounds when a hostile mob shoots arrows or throws tridents. Back in 2019, you're getting the gist of these. Trident channeling sound is unused, 2019. Nether portal, make no breaking animation or sound when obsidian is broken, to 2020. Another one, trident related. Again, so many bugs for audio that just hadn't been fixed for a long time. They have in this version. Moving on to Java Parity. Falling blocks will now break when falling onto a boat. Well, you're not meant to be in there. Hey, we got a panda. You're not meant to be in there, but it's actually broken. And yeah, that bug created a bug. And the sand and the gravel and falling blocks do not get broken by boats. In fact, they make them darker. So yeah, that's a bug fix that created a bug. Wandering Trader now also trades cherry saplings. I love this. If you have an old Minecraft world that's been like a couple of years old and you've done a lot of exploring, these guys are now going to be your best friend because you can now buy cherry saplings rather than having to go and find yourself like a cherry biome. Really good change. A really good parity change. They updated the camera interpolation rate when crawling to match Java Edition. You may have noticed it over there, but if you didn't, check this out. Look how fast you now go into the crawling animation. On Bedrock, it was like really, really slow. Now, also with that, I actually think the crouching has been fixed as well. You're not in slow motion anymore. I love this. Moving on to commands. Entities no longer disappear when they are teleported to saved chunks near the edge of the player's render distance. Gameplay. The third-person camera will no longer clip through terrain when near water or lava. Fixed creative mode players not being ignited when standing in fire. Like, apparently we just didn't go on fire. You practically had God mode, even though you technically already do when you're in creative. Anyway, it also says the player no longer gets forced into sneak or crawl in spectator mode, but also the player now gets forced out of sneak/crawl when riding. We have a bug report. Pretty cool bug, but crawling didn't get disabled when riding, so you could technically stay in the crawling animation when riding a horse or in a minecart or in fact in a boat. That was fixed today. And to show you, we are currently in the crawling animation. If we get in a boat, it now forces you out. A lot of crawl fixes, but the player no longer gets forced into sneak or crawl during the Riptide animation. Players no longer accidentally trigger crawling when they shouldn't. Fixed some scenarios where crawling was not correctly being triggered on the server. Entering flight mode in creative mode will now correctly cancel the elytra gliding. Fixed a crash when entering a world with a corrupted save chunk. Pick blocking a decorated pot will now produce the correct hover hint in the inventory. We have a bug report. So yeah, in the past version, if you blocked it, it would just say item name, item name, etc. That was fixed. And I can show you this. So if we just grab ourselves the shards, they're still called shards on Minecraft Bedrock Edition. We create ourselves a pot. You can see here, it tells us what this pot is. But if you place this down, we get rid of that and we block it. Previously, it said item name. Now it says the correct shards. Graphical changes. It says transparent blocks viewed through an end portal will no longer be visible nor flicker. Fixed bottom face of portal effect. So its color and transparency match the other faces. Cherry leaf blocks will now generate particle effects at a relatively large distance based on system performance. So the better your device, the further the particles will go, the better it's going to look. Because as you guys know, the cherry grow biome does have a lot of particles. And if you take a lot of these home and you want to decorate your base, you get the same effect. So I like that change. Moving on to items. Suspicious stew no longer shows up in the creative inventory. A recent unintended change caused it to appear there. So sadly, you actually can't get this in creative anymore, which I think really sucks. Like, creative should be every single feature. Like, if you type in sauce, it's just the saucy gravel and the sand. Moving on to mobs. Villagers killed by players no longer drop items held in their hands. Zombified villagers now show correct professions when infected. Mobile touch control settings. Changed joystick visibility option to a drop-down menu. Changed sneak option to a drop-down menu. User interface. Moved sync old worlds button to the settings/storage screen. Moving on to inputs. They improved mouse input to be more responsive when used on Xbox. We have a bug report. So this has been an ongoing long report, and it just hasn't been fixed correctly. So if you do play with keyboard and mouse on Xbox in this beta version, test it. See how it is. And last but not least, technical updates. It's a very, very good one this week. So let's read the changelog. So in technical updates, add-ons and scripts engine, we have this second one here, which is added support for the allow_random_seed option in world templates manifests. Now, according to this user on Twitter, this person said, for those who don't understand the implications of this, we will probably get marketplace add-ons allowing random seeds now. A big plus for marketplace creators. As you guys know, whenever you purchase something on the marketplace, it's locked behind the same world, the same seed. It looks like they are experimenting with an option where players can play them in different worlds and seeds. Again, that's quite new, but awesome, to be honest with you. And then we move on to editor. It does say, this week marks the release of version 0.4 for the editor API update. Again, if you are a technical user, you'll know this information a lot better than me. So yeah, really, really pushing creator content for Minecraft Bedrock Edition when it comes to the technical side. So yeah, we'll have to see if or what the add-on creators can discover in this latest version. And unfortunately, little piggy, that's all I have for you in today's video, as he kind of just leaves me. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you made it this far, leave a comment and say, you know what, Echo? That piggy was quite rude. See you in the next video.